The New War is the latest and largest cinematic story-based expansion for one of the best free-to-play games out there, Warframe, and it's available today for free on all platforms. The New War features a conflict that has been brewing between the Sentients and the Tenno for years, and you'll be able to fight in it using 3 new playable characters. Old enemies come back, new enemies emerge, and a new Warframe will join the ranks as well. The game has been updated with countless quality improvements to make it more fun and accessible. This is the perfect moment to get into Warframe for the first time, and for previous children of the Lotus to come home to the game. Warframe is almost 9 years old, but it's still in the top 15 games on Steam. Warframe has a community of more than 70 million registered players worldwide. And that's because the developer, Digital Extremes, has spent that time developing an epic personal storyline and adding new content that brings the space warriors out of the confined spaceships and into large open worlds. It's been optimized for solid-state drives and next-gen consoles, looks beautiful in 4K at 60 FPS, and they never stopped adding to the huge arsenal of Warframe's weapons and mods, which let you customize your play experience to exactly what you want. The Warframe story evolves with each update in an ever-expanding world of lore and rich storytelling. The critically acclaimed campaign is now more than 30 hours long and spans 13 cinematic quests. The New War expansion is the culmination of years of endgame conflict and mystery, and its story will serve as the foundation for the next chapter of Warframe. It focuses on the interpersonal relationship between the Tenno and the Lotus, who has been their mother figure, and it has some amazing gameplay innovations that I won't spoil for you here. Speaking of lore, here's a quick refresher. A highly advanced race called the Orokin were running out of resources in their solar system when they discovered the Void, a plane of existence with massive power that allowed for travel to other distant solar systems. They sent the colony ship Zariman 10-0 through the Void to establish a foothold in a new system. Exposure to the Void, though, turned the adults on that ship into murderous lunatics, but it gave the children strange powers. These children became known as the Tenno after the ship that carried them. The Orokin, still low on resources in their solar system, created a race of self-repairing robots to brave the Void. They successfully made it through, and after a time in the new system, they actually developed sentience. Rallied by their new leader Hunhow, they rebelled against the Orokin, who called the robots they created the Sentients. It was discovered by an Orokin researcher named Margulis that the Tenno's powers allowed them to bond with the biomechanical armor units called Warframes, and they became the best and only weapon the Orokin had to combat the Sentients. The war against the Sentients was won, but the Orokin now feared the Tenno and executed Margulis for defying their orders to destroy the Warframes. The sentient leader Hunhow also feared the Tenno, and he sent his daughter Nata to destroy them. But upon seeing that they were children, Nata betrayed her father and became the Lotus, a mother and protector to all Tenno. The Orokin Empire fell to ruin, with many warring factions taking the place of the united whole. This conflict was known as the Old War. In the New War, the Sentients have returned and are launching a massive invasion to conquer the Origin system. At their head is Hunhow's son, Era, who paves a path of destruction that pushes you to explore new edges of the Origin system in an attempt to fight back the invading force. All the factions in the Origin system have to unite or suffer the same fate as the Orokin. The New War brings old enemies together to fight the biggest threat in the galaxy.
Don't be afraid.
The New War is promised to be the biggest story-driven cinematic quest in Warframe history, with massive missions and hours of action-packed gameplay and storytelling. But there's a lot more content coming in the New War than just story. For the first time, you take on the role of faction members you have up to now largely only fought against, which adds exciting new ways to play. You use the heavy Grineer military weapons as clone soldier designated Call 175. As the Corpus Technician Vesso, you prefer to take an indirect approach, relying on gadgets and drones rather than direct conflict. And when you play as the Dax elite guard named Teshin, you ninja sprint directly into the sentient horde, sword slashing. All of them fighting in a war against the Sentients, and we get to experience the war through their individual character stories told from their perspective. The destruction reaped on the Origin system by the sentient invasion will change the world of Warframe as we know it. In the TennoCon trailer, we saw what they did to the town of Cetus, and that was only the first attack. so you can expect to see a lot more destruction in their path. The Sentients seem to have taken over the design department at Digital Extremes as well, because the new War update releases skins that reimagine MESA and Volt as if the Sentients had designed them. And it unveils the first of its kind PROTOVYRE armor set, which actually evolves as you kill sentient enemies until it unlocks its ultimate form. The new War introduces the 48th Warframe to join the ranks. CALIBAN is a half-sentient hybrid created by Era, who does massive AoE damage with his scythe made from the limb of a fallen Eidolon. In addition, HARROW Prime, the enhanced and elegant variant of Warframe's fan-favorite Dark Priest, will be released with the new War, alongside his signature weapons and accessories. The new War promises to be the biggest and most ambitious update in Warframe history, with its epic new cinematic quest, playable new characters and Warframes, and so much more. One thing is for sure, whether you're brand new to the Origin system or returning to fight the Sentients, there's never been a better time to play Warframe. The new War is available now on all platforms. Embark on an all-out war against the Sentients and discover your power within by signing up and playing for free today at warframe.com.